because you have greatness inside of you just waiting to be unleashed. Every single moment of this journey is so incredibly precious. The journey is the reward. Embrace it. Love it. Love every aspect of it. Learn to love the good bits and the bad bits and see how life is happening for you, not to you. Hello, Maggie Rita here, creator and founder of the Wealth Consciousness Movement and the Global Online Business Academy. And today I have another success tip to help you to be the best that you can possibly be, to step into your true power so you can create life beyond your wildest dreams, because you are capable of achieving anything you put your mind to with the right mindset, with the right skill set, with the right focus and approach. So today I want to share with you a quote by Steve Jobs that he said, "The journey is the reward." Now, it sounds a little cliche because, you know the saying, it's all about the journey, it's not about the destination. Do you ever get sick of hearing that? Well, the thing is, it is so true. And as entrepreneurs and solo business people, or even if you're leading a team, we can lose sight of the fact that the journey that is made up of the wins and the failures and the challenges and the hard times and the good times, it's all of it. But when you approach this journey, as in the journey is the reward, and it is a privilege to take the journey that you are on right now. If you are being challenged and because you have a vision and you are seeking to achieve something great because you have greatness inside of you just waiting to be unleashed, you really, really do have greatness inside of you. Believe it, own it, live it. And when you realize that and you approach every aspect of your journey of achieving your vision as the reward, it changes everything. Because even though you're constantly focused on your vision, it's important to forget about your problems and pay attention to your dreams. Focus on your problem. Too many people get stuck in this negative spiral of worrying about, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet, I'm not there yet. No, you're not there yet because you're not supposed to be there yet. And where is there anyway? If you're constantly worried about the fact that you haven't gotten to your destination yet, you're missing the point. The journey is the reward. Embrace it. Love it. Love every aspect of it. Learn to love the good bits and the bad bits and see how life is happening for you, not to you. And see how every single moment of this journey is so incredibly precious, and embrace that and love it for what it is. Love every moment for what it is. Love that you are spirit having a human experience and you get to be here exploring all different facets and aspects of you, of this world that we live in, of the experiences that we get to have here, and love all of it. It's so juicy. It is incredibly rich and rewarding when you embrace it. And for so many people, they have failed to embrace the richness of this experience. And they settle for mediocrity. And their lives become boring and mundane and very grey. Would you not prefer the rich colours, the full spectrum of rich colours that are available to you? Because that takes risk. And that means that you risk failure. You risk disappointment. You risk being overwhelmed. You risk being challenged. You risk feeling anxious and sometimes stressed. And I don't believe in living in a state of stress. But sometimes when you embrace the full rich color spectrum that you have available to you in this incredible, magical, amazing journey, You're going to feel some level of stress, particularly when you are stretching yourself, when you are putting yourself out of your comfort zone. That is the kind of stress that I highly recommend putting out of yourself, out of your comfort zone. And embracing the full spectrum and richness of colors that come with that whole journey, because that is the reward. It's a bit like if you think of the adrenaline junkies who will go out and do seemingly crazy things to get that rush. That rush is so intense and you know you're alive. So I'm not exactly a huge risk taker, but things like I love to ride horses and have done ever since I was 8 years old. And a couple of years ago, I went on a tandem skydive, and I cannot wait to do that again. That was one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life. And I would not want to miss those experiences for the world, because they are so intense and exhilarating. And they kind of just take you to a whole new level. And sometimes when you face your fears and you overcome something that would normally keep you paralyzed, it really elevates your sense of belief and your courage and your ability to be unstoppable. This is what you need to do. You need to build your belief in your ability to be unstoppable in achieving anything that you put your mind to. I have a quick story for you. So I was on a Clubhouse call yesterday with a couple of friends of mine, and one of the women who was there was telling a story how her partner took her out rock climbing, and the first time, and rock climbing and abseiling. So they climbed up the rock, and he's quite experienced. She's never done it before, and then they've got to abseil down. Well, she was fine climbing up the rock. And then they got to the top and he went, right, now we've got to go down. She was like, what? He said, we got up, you got to go down. And she's like, she looked down and they'd gone up quite high, which, to be honest, he was a bit of a mongrel for taking her up so far on her first time. I mean, come on, you start out with a little bit out of your comfort zone, don't you? So anyway, he was experienced, he knew what he was doing. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that. And he went, well, there is no other way down. You have to take the abseil down. And she's like, no, I can't do it. She ended up in tears. She was so terrified. Anyway, she realized that it was the only way down was to abseil down. So he's holding her. He's got a rope. And he said, you've got to jump. She said, what do you mean I've got to jump? He said, well, you've got to push off the rock and jump down. Wow, she had another freak out moment. Anyway, she did the first one, terrified. She did the second one, kind of went all wobbly and lost her balance, regained herself. She did another one, and then all of a sudden she just burst out laughing. He's going, what are you laughing about? So she suddenly embraced the moment. She started to actually love it because she wasn't dead. She hadn't fallen. She wasn't dead. She was starting to get the hang of it. She got all the way down and she wanted to go back up again. He said, well, we're not going to do that now. We're not going to go back up again now. It was getting late. But, from that moment on, she was hooked on the experience because she got the rush. But she had to overcome that very intense fear first. Now, I don't suggest you put yourself in a situation where you are feeling overwhelmed by this intense fear that you're afraid you're going to die. But when you face that kind of fear and you just do it anyway, man, you start to realize that no matter what challenge you face, you are bigger than any challenge that you will ever face, that you are capable of achieving and overcoming so much more than you give it yourself credit for, that you are more powerful and capable than you give yourself credit for. And you start to realize that you can build that ability to be unstoppable and you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. So I hope that has been helpful. Remember, the journey is the reward. Choose to be unstoppable. Choose to dream huge and have a no matter what, can do whatever it takes attitude to achieving your vision. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And remember, if you have enjoyed this and you would like to join my community, then go to globalonlinebusinessacademy.com. It is a global online business training portal that is entirely free with a wealth of training on all sorts of stuff like mindset, like the skills that you need, like the different business models that there are, all sorts of stuff for entrepreneurs, particularly online entrepreneurs, as well as access to my full free EFT tapping library in the Wealth Consciousness Movement. So you have access to hours upon hours upon hours of training and transformation for free. globalonlinebusinessacademy.com. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you in another video and in the community very soon.